Welcome back to my latest video, Visionaries. Look, I have never played the game, yet I still enjoyed this film. And I believe those who played the game would enjoy it more. So here's my quick plot synopsis. Mike, a security officer struggling to find a job, finally lands one. And the place is none other than Freddy's place. And over there, a series of revelations happen that ties together with Mike's family, like his sister Abby, and also a police officer named Vanessa. This film does come with problems, but there's a lot of enjoyable things in it as well. And by the way, this will be my non-spoiler review. So let's talk about the good thing first. The good thing, my first point, is Mike. Mike was the heart and soul of this film. Almost all the emotional beats in this film came from his character. Actor Josh Hutcherson, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right, plays the character perfectly. Together with his sister Abby, the writers made sure this film does not turn out bland, as these emotions do push this film to become above average in story. Then let's talk about my second point. What elevated this film further for me was the interconnectedness of the story. Nothing is there just for show. Many elements in the story do have a purpose to be there. There are clues to what's going to happen next. So many times in movie I've seen character backstories or side characters that do not tie into the overarching story at all. They are just there for show. They are there to make the main character more relatable. But the things here are tied to the overarching story and also makes the main protagonist more relatable. So this film takes it a step further by connecting all these jigsaw pieces into the bigger picture, which is the overarching story. Then let's talk about my third point, the horror. There were jump scares. It's pretty good. I mean, I'm not a 13-year-old, so it didn't scare me as much. But for PG-13 rating, the horror in this film is actually not bad. Then the story is actually very simple to follow. A simple story that has a fulfilling end to it. Now, my next point is going to be a mixture between the good and the drawback. It's more of a mixed, and that is the revelations. The revelations at some part I really liked. At some part it didn't work for me as well because the story was just so predictable, which brings us to my first point in the drawback. The story is just predictable, and that's mainly due to the fact that the plot was simple, like I explained earlier. It's simple, it's easy to follow, but it comes with predictability. Hence, the revelations sometimes were not shocking or revealing to me, and even when they were not, they were still quite effective. But there were times when I was just like, I saw that coming in a long time ago already. Then there were plot holes, which is my second point. Despite having a simple story, it does have a lot of plot holes. There's a saying, some things are meant to be untouched. And probably that's what they were going for here, you know, the fear of the unknown or stuff like that. But I think they should have explained certain things in the story here to make it more complete to me. And my final point would be certain character decisions felt a bit contrived to me, just a little. And despite all that, I thought this was a fun time at the theatre. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Have you seen this film? Are you going to see this film? Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Also, were you disappointed in this film? Because I'm reading a lot of reviews that said they were disappointed. And another thing is that my friend and I went to watch this film. Both of us enjoyed it, and there were 2 other people in us with the theatre, just 2 other people, and they left halfway saying that this film was disappointing. So let me know what you thought about the film below in the comments. I'm very curious to hear.